All right, for this class, we're going to start off with warming up our joints, and we're going to start off with ankle rotations or circles. I'm going to circle our ankle in each direction. And then we're going to move into some hip warm-ups. You're going to open up the leg to the back, tap, lift the knee up, and then tap in front. Open, tap, lift, tap, front. Good. Switch sides. Start off with the ankle circles. And then we're going to go into those hip openers. Tap to the back, tap to the front. Good, and then we're going to go into a squat. We're going to side bend to the left, open the arms into a T position, and you're going to rotate to the right. You're going to squat, side bend to the left, rotate to the right. Again, just keep repeating that sequence. Good. Now we're going to squat. We're going to side bend to the right, rotate to the left. Good. And then you're going to place your fingertips right on your shoulders. We're going to go into shoulder gaiters. Just bring your elbows to the front and then open up. Your elbows do not have to touch. A few more here. And then we're going to go right into some full range of motion arm circles. And then we're going to reverse the direction of the circles. Good. And we're going to go right into some wrist flexion and extension because we have to warm up those wrists. We're going to be on all fours in a section of this routine. And then after you've done the flexion extension, you just kind of rotate the wrists a few times. Okay, so you're going to come to the top of your mat as I move my stuff out of the way here. We're going to start with a roll down. You're going to tuck your chin, roll down, and slowly roll back up. Good, do it again. Try and make sure when you roll down that you are centered on your feet and you're not rolling onto the balls of your feet. Good. This time when you roll down, you're going to walk out into a plank position. You're going to step your right foot to your right hand. Then you're going to circle your right arm up and behind you. And I want you to look behind you and bring it back around. Step back to the plank. Go up into down dog or pyramid. Walk back out into that plank. Step your left foot to your left hand. Open up the arm, look behind you. Slowly bring it back around. Go back into down dog or pyramid. And we do it one more time. Step right foot to right hand, open up, circle up behind. Back to plank, then to down dog. Left foot to left hand, look behind, bring it back around. Back to down dog. And hold the plank just for a few seconds here, and then bend your knees, and you're going to end up on all fours. So we're going to go into some hovers, so you want to make sure that you maintain neutral spine. Curl your toes under, just hover your knees a few inches off the mat. And we're going to hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly lower. Reset. And lift. And back down. And reset again. And repeat. Lift the knees off. Hold it for a count of 5. Very good. Wrist flexion and extension again, just to release any tension you had in your wrist. And then you're going to flip around, have a seat, knees bent. We're going to go into a half roll back. So you want to make sure that you are shortening the distance between your lowest rib and your pelvis as you do that roll back. So you're not collapsing into the low back. Inhale, exhale, roll back. Slowly come back up. Lengthen the spine. Do it again. Lengthen. And then we're going to roll all the way down slowly with control. Keep going down slow, slow, slow. You're going to get to a point where your abdominals aren't going to be able to hold on anymore, but you're going to have to hold it, hold, and then float the legs right up to tabletop. Make sure your shoulder blades are off of the mat. And we're going to go right into the Pilates 100. So you want to think of lengthening through your arms and your fingertips and just pump. Slowly pump the arms. Wrists neutral, everything moving from the shoulder. Good, you're going to stay there. Hold this a little bit longer. And then slowly lower down. Straighten your legs, straighten your arms over your head. Take a breath. Take a stretch. Tuck your chin. Roll up. Reach above and beyond your toes. And then slowly come up. Restack your spine. Okay, you're going to open your legs a little bit wider. It's about the width of the mat. And then we're going to go into spine stretch forward. So you want to think of rounding. This is an up and over. So you think of rounding over a big beach ball. Spine stretch forward. Come back to the center, restack, open your arms into a T position. You're going to side bend to the left. Come back to the center, side bend to the right. We're going to repeat. Spine stretch forward, reach up and over. Make sure you have your feet flexed. Back to the center, restack the spine, open your arms in a T, side bend to the left, side bend to the right. Okay, we're going to add on. So we're going to start off the same way, spine stretch forward, side bend to the left, then you're going to your right foot on the mat, your left hand is going to go behind you. You're going to swoop your right arm up and over, so you're going to arc over, lengthen, come back down. We'll go back to that spine stretch forward. You're going to side bend to the right. And then your left foot is going to go down. Your right hand is on the floor. Your left arm reaches up and over. You arc over, come back down. Now we repeat. Side bend to the left. Right foot down, reach up and over, reach, lengthen, come back down. Spine stretch forward. Side bend to the right. Left foot goes down, reach up and over, arc, and then come back down. Good. So now we're going to roll all the way back down onto the mat. Actually, no, I'm jumping ahead. We're going to go into rolling like a ball. But we're going to balance first. So you just want to curl, hover your toes off the mat just for a few seconds, and then back down. We just want to get that balance pose. And then do it again. Curl, lift, hold, and back down. Good. This time you're going to round back, roll back, and then roll back up. So you want to make sure you're not rolling onto your neck, just to the tip of the shoulder base. So tuck and roll, and then back up. Balance, hold. Good. I'm going to do it again. Tuck and roll as you're holding the balance. Tuck and roll, and then come right back up. And again. Very good. It's always good to hold the top part, the balancing part. Slowly roll all the way down onto the mat. Tabletop the legs. We're going to go right into single leg stretch. Good. Hug everything together like a small ball. Hands behind your head. Elbows and knees touch. You're gonna stretch your legs out, open up the elbows, and then curl everything in. So this is a different version to double leg stretch. Normally the hand is not supporting the head, but I like to have the hand here supporting the head. I have a few more of these. Good. We're going to move right into scissors. So you're going to split your legs, pulse one leg towards you twice. You're going to pulse it 1, 2, and switch. 1, 2, and switch. Good. And then we're going to move right into crisscross. Hands behind your head, tabletop of the legs, opposite shoulder to knee, and then we switch. Keep the pelvis still. Try not to rock and roll in the pelvis. Good. Lower your head and give yourself a hug. You're going to place your feet down on the mat. You're going to extend one leg to the ceiling, slightly, give a slight external rotation from the hip. Point your toes. We're going to go into single leg circles. And reverse the direction. Good. You're going to hold still. You're going to lower that leg all the way down to the mat. When you lift, you're going to lift your hips off the mat. Pause. As you lower the leg, you lower the hip. Everything lifts and back down. So it's your opposite leg that's helping you to lift. So make sure it's firmly planted on the mat. Pause at the top here, and you're just going to keep your toes pointed and lift and lower the hip here. It's a single leg. Bridge work again. And then now I'm going to have you flex your foot. Keep your hip lifted. Flex and lower, knee in line with knee, point and lift. Flex and lower, point and lift. Flex and lower, point and lift. Keeping the hips off the mat. Hold here. We're going to go right into single leg circles again, 5 in each direction. Again, the hips are off the mat. Good. And then slowly lower. Give that knee a hug. Okay, so what we do to one side, we have to do to the opposite side. So we'll start off with single leg circles, 5 in each direction. The hip stays down on this one. Reverse it. Make sure the movement is your entire thigh is moving and you're not rotating the ankle. You're going to lower that leg. As you lift that leg, you lift the hip. Lower everything. Lift, everything lifts, including the hip. Good. You're going to pause here. Lift and lower the hip with straight legs. Good. Good. Stay there, hold. Flex and lower. Point and lift. Keep your hips lifted. Flex and lower. Point and lift. Good. Go right into single leg circles, 5 in each direction, keeping your hips off the mat. So you're still basically in that single leg bridge position. Slowly lower, bend the knee, give your knees a hug. Rock from side to side if you need to. Okay, so you're going to roll onto your side. You want to line yourself up with the back of the mat. Stack your legs. We're going to move into scissor splits. But hip over hip. Make sure you're not rolling back. Use your top hand, use your fingers as support in front to keep you balanced if you need it. Lift both hips. And then you're just going to split your legs and switch. And switch. Try not to roll back. Maintain hip over hip. Put both legs together. You're going to lower both legs and then lift. Stay here, hold. Now we're going to go into, we're going to trace, we're going to point our top toes, trace the inside of the bottom leg, the bottom leg is hovering above the mat. Trace the inside, lengthen and lower. Trace the inside of the leg, straighten the leg up and back down. We're going to reverse it, lift the leg straight, bend the knee, trace and lengthen down towards the toes. Good. Lower both legs. Awesome. So we're going to move into can-can. So you're going to lift your top foot, tap in front 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Lift. Tap behind 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Lift. In front, 1, 2, 3, lift, behind, 1, 2, 3, lift, 1, 2, 3, lift, behind, 1, 2, 3, lift, and lower. Excellent. Bend your knees, you're going to go right up into a side plank series. So you want to make sure shoulder right over the elbows, bottom leg stays down, keeping that knee bent. Extend the top leg and just hold this side plank. Then we're going to move into a side glute series, elbow to knee, extend everything out. So you lower, the bottom hip touches, and then you lift, you extend. Elbow to knee and out. Elbow to knee and extend. Hold for a few seconds. And then back into it again. Elbow to knee. Good. Slowly come up, side bend over. And then we have to repeat everything on the opposite side. Okay, so again, you want to set yourself up, and then we'll go right into those scissors. Good. And then double leg lifts. So lower and everything lifts. Remember, you want to maintain top hip over bottom hip. Good. And then we're going to tracing the inside of the leg. Straighten the leg to the ceiling and bend. Trace the inside, lengthen, and lower. Now we're going to reverse it. Lift, bend the knee, lengthen down to the toes, and then back up. Excellent. So we're going to move into the can-can. Tap 3 times to the front, and then 3 times to the back. 1, 2, 3, lift. 1, 2, 3, lift. And lower. Excellent. Okay, so now we're moving on to the side plank series. Bottom knee stays down. Set yourself up. Lift the top leg, or you can keep the top leg straight, but your toes touching the floor. You choose a position that's better for your body today. You want to make sure your head is always in line with your spine. Now we're going to go into the knee to elbow extend. Knee touches elbow, extend. Make sure, remember, the bottom hip lowers, and then everything extends out. Great. We're going to go into a side bend here, just to stretch out what we just worked. And then you're going to have to grab your yoga block for the next set. You're going to roll all the way down onto your back. Hold the block right over your chest. You're going to curl up, straighten your legs. Hold it. Think of reaching the block towards your toes, and you're going to lower your legs. Make sure your low back stays in contact with the mat the entire time. Almost down here. Very good. All right. So your arms are going to come over your head. The block is going to rest on the floor. You're going to hold on to the sides of the block. So really think of squeezing into the sides. We're going to move into a reverse curl. You're going to tap the toes and then reverse curl again. Keep squeezing into the sides of that block. Almost down here. Good. Straighten both your legs. Reach a block over your head. Slowly roll up. Reach. Restack the spine. Okay? Place the block to the sides, and then you're going to go into your stomach. We're going to work on strengthening our backs. So you're going to have your arms up over your head, about the width of the mat. Your feet are legs are turned out, the width of the mat. You're going to lift opposite arm, opposite leg, hold it at the top, and then switch. Remember, you want to think of getting longer before you lift, so length more than height. Excellent. All right, so we're gonna move into another exercise. You're gonna float everything up together: head, shoulders, legs, everything is off. You're gonna roll your arms, straighten your arms out in front, and then lower down to the mat. So you're gonna lift everything up and hold, roll, straighten, and back down. Again. Roll, lengthen the arms, and back down, back, straighten the arms, and back down. Excellent. Push back into child's pose, hang out there for a few seconds. Let your low back strengthen. As I drink a little bit of water here, or you can use this as a water break as well. Okay, so we're going to go into all fours. You want to make sure your abdominals are pulled up, neutral spine, opposite arm, opposite leg. Then you're going to bring your elbow to the knee and then extend out. I'm going to do this 4 times. That's 2, 3, and 4. Then you're going to bring your fingertips to the side of your head. You're going to bend your knee. Elbow stays down. You're going to open up the elbow and the knee, so it's elbow knee hydrant 4 times. This is number 4. And then you're going to go right back into extending opposite arm, opposite leg. You're going to reach one hand behind you. Try and touch the foot. If it doesn't touch, that's fine. You're just going to reach, but you want to make sure you keep your eye gaze right at the top of the mat. And then back down. Switch sides. We're going to do 4. Elbow to knee. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we go into elbow knee hydrant. Open the elbow and the knee to the side. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to extend opposite arm, opposite leg. Reach behind you. 1, 2, 3, 4. Back down. We do it again. Opposite side. Elbow to knee. 1, 2, 3, 4. Elbow knee hydrant. Elbow down. Elbow opens. Knee opens. 1, 2, 3, 4. Opposite arm again. Reach back. Reach towards your foot. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. Lower. Switch sides. This is the last set. Elbow to knee. 1, 2, 3, 4. Elbow knee hydrant. Open up to the side. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now you're going to extend, reach back, touch 1, 2, 3, and 4. Excellent. Okay, so we're going to come on around. We're going to go into hip circles. You're going to go down onto your elbows. You want to think of pushing the ground away with your elbow and your forearms. Try not to sink in between the shoulder blades. So you want to lift up. Bring your legs into tabletop. Try not to sink. Think of pushing out. Straighten the legs to the ceiling. Circle down, around, and up. Switch sides. You don't have to straighten your legs. You can keep your legs in tabletop and do this exact exercise. We have one more in the opposite direction. And come back up. Back to tabletop. Give yourself a stretch, roll up, stretch your arms over your legs. Feel that nice lengthening. So we're going to come up to a standing series. You are going to need your yoga block here. While I adjust my mat here. Okay, so you're going to hold the block to your chest. We're going to move into plie position. So pivot, lift your toes, pivot on your heels. Really squeeze into the side of the block. So you want to keep their chest muscles activated, and we're going to plie down and up. Think of pushing the ground away. So think energy through the feet, so from the ground up. Then we're going to add the upper body as well. So you plie, then you shoulder press, lift over your head, plie, press, plie, and press. Good. I'm going to hold here, static plie, and give me a slight hinge forward. Keep holding that block to the chest. Keep squeezing into the sides of the block. Extend your arms and roll. Pull back, squeeze the shoulder blades, and roll. I'm going to hold here, and we're going to some tiny pulses. Keeping that block close to the chest. Keep squeezing the sides of the block. Keep pulsing the legs. Again, think of pushing from the feet. Feet up more so than thigh down. I don't know about you, but my legs are on fire here. Good. And then slowly come up out of that. Okay, so you're gonna, I had to catch my breath here. You're gonna place the block down, step 1 foot on, hands to the chest. We're gonna go into some squats. We're gonna do 15. Last one here. Hold it here. Slowly come up out of it. So you're going to step your outside foot a little bit closer in. You're going to step back, step to the side, step back. Make sure that foot on the block, that knee is tracking over your second and third toe, so keep it stable. And just move the outside leg. Step back, step to the side, step back. Good. Hold here. We're going to go into abduction. Open your arms into a T position. Step down. Arms and legs open up to the side. So when you lift that leg to the side, make sure the knee and the toes are pointing in the same direction. Very good. All right, so we're going to go into a squat with a rotation. So I'm down, crossing to the outside of the knee and then rotate to the opposite direction. So opposite arm to the opposite leg, and then when I come up into the rotation, so it's rotation in two directions, down and across, down, up, and across, down, up, and across. Very good. All right, so then we're going to repeat that same sequence on the opposite side. So we're going to start off with the squats. Good. And then we're going to come up, adjust your outside foot, step back, step front, step back, step back, back to the side, back. Keep that knee tracking over the second and third toe, the foot that's on the block. Awesome. So now we're going to move into that abduction, arm and leg out to the side, and back down. Almost done here. Good. All right, so now we're going to move into down and across rotation as I'm going slowly. Oop, I almost lost my balance. Down and across. Abduct that leg. Just reach. Very good. All right, so we're going to move the block up. You're going to step back a bit. You're going to go into a wide sumo squat position. I have to gear myself up for this one. This is basically a burpee with the block. So you're going to go down, hand on either side of the block, step back into that plank, step front, serve the block, hold. Back down, step back, front. Fortunately, this section is very short. Serve and hold. You can step back, or you can jump in as well. You can go into full burpee if you want. You can jump back, jump in, and serve. Step back, and in, and serve. All right, so you're going to come on up, hold the block to your chest. We're going to squat, and then we're going to rotate to one side, and then back down, and squat, and rotate to the same side. I'm rotating to my left first. So you want to make sure that you pivot. Notice my back toes, pivots, rotate, reach, and then switch directions, squat, rotate to the right, good, or your left, whichever side, it doesn't really matter which side you want it to start with. Squat, reach, almost done, good. All right, so you're gonna place the block down in front. Take a deep breath, reach your arms up over your head, lift your heels, look up on your tiptoes. You're gonna think of lengthening the spine. Keep looking up at the ceiling, lower, roll down. Slowly roll back up and repeat it, do that sequence one more time. Reach up over your head, go on your tiptoes. Keep looking up to the ceiling and then slowly back down. And voila, you're done. Hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe.